hating the power it has over us.
The wait is over, guys. Blind vigilante Matt Murdock is back in the hood with the brand new series Daredevil Born Again. And the show just introduced us to another superhero from the pages of Marvel Comics, the White Tiger. In today's video, we'll talk about this mysterious new protector who's been sweeping the streets clean of criminals in the absence of Daredevil in the new show. Yep, you heard that right. Daredevil has taken a break from crime fighting for now, but not from his duties as a New York City defense attorney, and his work brings him face to face with this new vigilante. In this video, we'll delve into the White Tiger's past and explore his powers and abilities as seen in the comics, so let's jump right into it. Before we get into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Who is White Tiger? What is Hector Ayala's story? Hector Ayala, aka White Tiger, made his first comic book appearance in Deadly Hands of Kung Fu issue 19, published in 1975. White Tiger was Marvel's first Hispanic superhero. He was born in Puerto Rico and then moved to New York to study at the Empire State University. There, he came across the 3 mystical amulets that were worn and discarded by the Sons of the Tiger, a trio of martial arts superheroes trained by Master Key. Hector realized wearing the 3 amulets gave him superhuman strength and unbeatable martial arts skills. Hector's first stint as a superhero was fighting a gang of thugs, but as a new vigilante in town, he faced a number of challenges, such as wrongful accusations and being implicated in murder. Hector was thought to be a killer by the Prowler, and also by the Jack of Hearts, and he was attacked by these two. The White Tiger was then cornered by Sergeant James D'Angelo, Detective Blackbird, and Hector's own sister Awilda to interrogate about the mysterious disappearance of her brother. That's when the White Tiger revealed his true identity to them. The White Tiger then saved Jack of Hearts and Awilda from getting kidnapped by the crime syndicate, the Corporation, and fought off villains like Strike, and armies of the Corporation's unnamed assailants. He also assisted D'Angelo and Blackbird in destroying the Corporation, but with some help from Iron Fist and Shang-Chi. At the Empire State University, Hector became really close friends with Peter Parker, and often fought against criminals with Peter's superhero persona, Spider-Man. Alongside Daredevil and Spider-Man, the White Tiger clashed with villains like Carrion, Darter, and the Masked Marauder. While fighting Spider-Man's enemy, the villainous Lightmaster, the White Tiger's real identity was broadcast on the university grounds. This had serious implications, as the deranged killer Gideon Mace murdered Hector's parents and other family members in a bloody massacre. Gideon also attacked White Tiger, almost killing him with his gunning spree. Somehow Hector survived, was operated upon, and recovered too. But it took an emotional toll on the superhero, who gave up the amulets for being intensely dependent on them, and moved to the West with his girlfriend. However, he couldn't stay away from the call to don the amulets again, and returned to fight crime as the White Tiger once more. But while interrupting a burglary attempt, the goons fled and Hector was wrongfully accused of murdering the store owner by the New York City cops. Hector was convicted despite Matt Murdock fighting his case. Hector was shot and killed on the front steps of the courthouse while he was trying to escape, shortly before evidence was retrieved proving his innocence. White Tiger in Daredevil Born Again. In the recently released Daredevil Born Again, the White Tiger appears in a blink-and-you'll-miss-it scene in the first episode on a TV screen at Josie's Bar, where Matt Murdock and his friends were celebrating the retirement of NYPD cop Cherry. In the footage, he's seen fighting a bunch of baddies inside a departmental store. In the TV show, Hector Ayala is a decorated Army veteran with no past record of violence. He's also served as a CPA for 15 years. He leads a humble life with his wife and turns a vigilante at night to protect his neighborhood. This White Tiger also has a no-kill policy, just like the Daredevil. In the second episode, we meet Hector Ayala, played by the late actor Camar de los Reyes, on the subway steps of 168th Street. He notices 2 bullies beating up a defenseless guy on the station and tries to break them up. An intense fight breaks out between the bullies and Hector, and the person getting beaten up escapes. When Hector shrugs off one of the bullies, he trips and falls on the tracks, getting crushed by a train. This is when the second bully pulls out his gun and reveals he's a New York City cop. The officer arrests Hector and falsely charges him for murdering his colleague. Matt Murdock comes across Hector Ayala during one of his routine visits to the police station. With his heightened senses, Matt realizes that the corrupt police officer staged the arrest and threatened Hector to sign a confession, and that Hector is actually innocent. Matt walks into Hector's room and volunteers to represent him in court. He reads Hector's heartbeat to figure out that Hector isn't lying about what happened at the subway station. But when Hector's heart starts racing, Matt realizes Hector is hiding something. Matt sends Cherry, who works as a detective for him now, to Hector's house to talk to his wife and do some digging around. Cherry walks into Hector's room on the pretext of finding a suit for his court trial and discovers a secret bedbox drawer. Inside, Cherry finds Hector's white tiger costume and a mystical tiger amulet with red, blue, and gold beads. With this new information from Cherry, Matt goes to the Rikers Island Penitentiary to confront Hector, when he says he took up the vigilante persona in order to protect people in the absence of Daredevil. He says, "I'm not looking for trouble. Someone's gotta protect the streets. People are going missing. No one seems to care. It's not like the Daredevil's around anymore." When Matt tells Hector that his secret identity may damage his case, Hector reveals that he's powerless without his suit or his amulet, so he really fought the cops as a regular human in the subway. That's all the Hector Ayala we got to see in the first 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again. How strong was White Tiger compared to other street-level heroes? The 3 mystical amulets channel the power of the Tiger God in the White Tiger. Marvel lore explains Tiger God is the first deity that humanity ever feared, representing the fear of darkness and tigers. While wearing the 3 amulets of power in the comics, Hector possessed superhuman strength paired with enhanced speed and reflexes. He displayed a form of body coordination, which is way higher than an average human's. Hector was able to sprint faster than Olympic runners, pushing his body beyond the physical limits. Under the influence of the amulets, Hector also gained superhuman durability, being able to withstand multiple gunshots and puncture wounds, and still being able to endure beatings and stand on his feet. Hector also possessed incredible stamina, and that can be credited to the fact that his muscles generate less fatigue toxins than regular humans. Also, Hector's body was able to dispose of the extra fatigue toxins from the system, allowing him to carry on with his rigorous fights without getting exhausted. Could White Tiger heal faster than normal humans? According to the official handbook of the Marvel Universe A to Z, the amulets had healing powers, and the White Tiger could heal faster by placing the amulets on the wounds. That way he could fix broken bones, gunshots, and knife wounds, torn muscles, and any other injuries within minutes, giving him the power of accelerated healing. In the TV show Born Again, Hector was seen suffering bruises and cuts right after the fight with the cops at the subway station, and he retained the injuries for a long time, probably because he wasn't aware of the amulet's power. How did White Tiger's senses compare to Daredevil's? Blinded as a child, Matt Murdock's 4 other senses were superhumanly enhanced, granting him a radar-like ability to gauge his environment with extreme sharpness. His senses are so refined that Daredevil could tell if a person is lying by reading the heartbeat and the smell of a person's sweat. The White Tiger too developed heightened senses under the influence of the amulet's power. His vision has a higher clarity and distance range, even extending into the infrared and ultraviolet areas of the light spectrum. In fact, he maintains the same clarity of vision even in darkness. He also has enhanced olfactory senses and can track a target to the exact location by smell. His enhanced hearing allows him to detect the faintest of sounds that a normal human would miss, and that too from a long distance away. Was White Tiger a skilled martial artist? Hector Ayala was just a student when he came to possess the amulets of power. He never received any formal training in martial arts or combat skills, but the amulets granted him with immense martial arts skills. He relied on the knowledge and the experience of the amulets. Over time, he developed a basic understanding of hand-to-hand combat. In the TV show Daredevil Born Again, Hector puts up an incredible fight with the NYPD cops even without his costume and the amulet, and that's because of his training in the army. While wearing the White Tiger costume, we see Hector fighting off multiple goons at a time inside a store. What was White Tiger's biggest weakness? Hector was a superhuman only when he was in possession of the 3 amulets of power, and that was his biggest weakness. Without any formal training and a superhuman physique, Hector was powerless without the amulets. He could only exercise his enhanced abilities while wearing the amulets. Another factor that can be perceived as weakness is that Hector developed an unhealthy addiction toward the amulets because of the powers they granted. He became so psychologically and physically obsessed with the mystical amulets that he tried to abandon the artifacts and shed his White Tiger identity. Amulets of Power. What are the amulets of power, and how were the amulets first used by the Sons of the Tiger? As you can tell by now, the amulets are power-granting artifacts that are typically owned by avatars of the Tiger God. The amulets originated in the hidden mystical city of Kunlun, which was one of the 7 capital cities of heaven. The amulets are the head and the claws of an ancient Jade Tiger statue, composed of the same mystical elements as the mythical green emerald crystal that enables the city of Kunlun to travel across dimensions. After the head and the claws were removed as amulets, they were replaced in the statue with copies. The amulets came into the possession of Master Key of the Tiger Dojo, who trained the disciples Lin Sun, Bob Diamond, and Abe Brown in martial arts. The amulets of power soon drew the attention of ninja assassins, who attacked Master Key. In his dying moments, he guided Lin Sun toward the box containing the powerful amulets, who kept the tiger head for himself, and gave the claw amulets to his friends Bob Diamond and Abe Brown. Interestingly, the tiger's head and the two claws form the symbol of their training dojo. The box was inscribed with the words, "When three are called and stand as one they'll fight, their will be done. For each is born anew, the tiger's son." The three friends soon realized that when they held hands and read the inscription, they were mystically connected through the amulets and became the sons of the tiger. According to the inscription, Lin, Bob, and Abe's physical abilities enhanced by threefold and their martial arts skills combined to become one brutal force. How did Hector Ayala find the amulets and become White Tiger? Eventually, the Sons of the Tiger trio broke up because of a love triangle involving Lin Sun, Bob Diamond, and their common love interest Lotus. An emotional Lin Sun trashed the three amulets in a garbage can in an alley, and later they were found by Hector. He discovered their powers and used the mystical amulets to become the White Tiger. After Gideon Mace massacred Hector's family and almost killed Hector himself, the White Tiger decided to retire. He returned the talismans to the original Sons of the Tiger, but the self-appointed god of Kunlun, Master Khan, deployed his ninja assassins to retrieve the amulets for himself. Master Khan combined the amulets with the Jade Tiger statue, transforming it into a full-grown tiger. He then opened a portal through Kunlun and rode through on the tiger, with superhero Lucas Cage, the deadly Iron Fist, and the Sons of the Tiger chasing after him. Soon after, when Hector Ayala couldn't resist the urge to wear the amulets again, he returned as the White Tiger, but very briefly, as he was wrongly accused in a murder and was shot dead while escaping the courthouse. What happened to the amulets after Hector Ayala's death? After Hector's death, the amulets came into the possession of his niece, Angela del Toro, who used their powers to become the new White Tiger. When she was manipulated by the villainous ninja clan, the Hand, she fell from grace and eventually landed in prison. Next, it was Hector's youngest sister Ava's turn to possess the amulets and become the White Tiger. Soon enough, the manipulative sociopath Jeremy Briggs attempted to paralyze the world with his clean slate nanotechnology by depowering superheroes. He rendered the trainees of Avengers Academy powerless by taking away their magical equipment, including the amulets of power from Ava, and gave them away to the whimsical baddie Coat of Arms. However, Ava was able to bring the amulets back to her through her connection with the Tiger God. On another occasion, Angela del Toro was freed from prison by Reed Richards, aka The Maker, and handed another set of amulets from an alternate dimension. Also made of jade, these amulets drew power from a red tiger god. Soon enough, the two tiger gods from Del Toro's amulets and Ava's talismans merged into an immense golden form, and Ava decided to free both of them from the tiger god's influence by breaking the amulets in half. What powers and abilities do the amulets grant? As was seen with Hector, the amulets transform the wearer into a superhuman, granting the person enhanced strength, stamina, speed, and durability. The wearers of the amulets can channel the powers of the ancient tiger god, and through divine empowerment, gain the knowledge and expertise of martial arts. However, when worn separately, such as in the case of the Sons of the Tiger, Lin Sun, Bob Diamond, and Abe Brown were able to channel their respective martial arts prowess through each other. They simply joined hands and enchanted the words inscribed on Master Key's wooden box. When Hector and the subsequent White Tigers wore the amulets together, they could exercise a higher degree of power. The amulets also imbued the White Tiger with accelerated healing, which is especially effective when the amulets are placed directly on the wounds. The amulets also granted heightened animal-like senses, enabling the wearer to hear better, see better, and even smell better. The amulet also enables the White Tiger to camouflage with the surroundings and help the wearer to detect mystical threats with a throbbing alert. Interestingly enough, the Tiger God is also able to protect the wearer from physical attacks. When combined with the Jade Tiger, the amulets transform the statue into a lifelike form. The Jade Tiger, created by Master Khan by joining the amulets with the Jade statue, also had the power of teleportation. The amulets are made from the same crystal that allowed the people of Kunlun to traverse between dimensions. Hence, the amulets too have the power of portal creation, and enabled the Jade Tiger to open a direct passageway to Kunlun with a mystic roar. On some occasions, the amulets allow the Tiger God to completely take over the wearer's body, making the White Tiger all the more ferocious. What are the drawbacks of using the amulets? The mystical amulets have the ability to transform an average human into a superhero, and hence, the amulet's power is addictive. So the wearer of the amulets often becomes extremely addicted to the artifacts, such as Master Khan, who went berserk with the power of the amulets, opened a portal into the city of Kunlun, and wrought havoc. Even Hector Ayala developed an unhealthy physical need for the Tiger amulets and became psychologically dependent on its powers. Marvelous verdict. So folks, that was all about the White Tiger and his mystical amulets from the comic book pages. With this new superhero being introduced in Daredevil Born Again, we can't wait to see what he has in store for us. Do you think Hector Ayala will fight with some cool new powers in the show? Why don't you share your thoughts in the comments section below? Thanks for watching. If you liked our video, please give us a shout out and stay tuned for more marvelous content. See you super soon.